Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aarti, and in today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've been getting some requests to react to my older videos, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I have my computer over here, and I'm just going to scroll down. I don't think that this would be a reacting to my old videos if we didn't react to my first ever video. So I think first we're going to react to my first video. That old intro. That is a very interesting intro. I actually didn't try on that intro at all, so that's why that intro took me like 5 minutes to make. I think the intro that I have now is a lot better. Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So today we will be doing monochromatic drawing, which is drawing in a single color or hue. I am going to be using two markers. You can use as many as point to the marker. I went completely over the marker for some reason. Sticky note paper, you can use any type of paper you would like. I'm gonna start with something very simple. I'm gonna start with an abstract staff music note drawing. I just want to put this out there. This is not I didn't learn this from someone, or I didn't even think that this was actually a thing. I know monochromatic drawing is something that people do, but I don't think this is the right way to do it. It's like a fun activity to do, but there's like a right way to do this, and I can show you guys in another video if you want, but this was just something for fun, and these drawings that I'm doing are very simple. You can go with anything, and then afterwards we will be doing something a little bit more complicated. I don't know why I outlined it with a thicker pink marker. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I did that, because it would have looked fine just with a thin marker. I think at that time I thought that the camera wouldn't be able to see it properly, and I think I should have just used a darker pink. Oh my goodness, the music notes are so slanted and they're all over the place. I really feel like recreating this drawing now. It'll take me a good 10 minutes, but I think that it's much needed. But obviously I'm not going to do that in this video. I'll probably do it in another video. But yeah, definitely when you're doing this drawing, make sure that the music notes are not all over the place and are not slanted. And coming back to the lines that are too thick, I think since I used the same thickness for the music notes, it doesn't look that good. If I had just kept the lines thinner, I think it would have looked slightly better. Okay, not the technique I would have used, but that's fine. So here you can see I'm kind of adding the shading before I even finish the base, and that's not something that you should be doing. I think this drawing is coming out good so far though. Besides that, it's just that you shouldn't add the shades before you add the base, but that's kind of tricky to master with marker.
What's that pattern I'm drawing on the butterfly?
Why is it it looks like a checkerboard with some dots? Another thing you should remember with markers is you have to add the shading once they're dry, otherwise it's going to be difficult to shade and it'll all end up just looking the same color. And especially when you're doing a bigger piece with markers, it's very important to do this, otherwise you're just going to keep going over and over and over until you can't really do anything anymore. So it's very important to wait for the base layer to dry and then go over it with another layer of the same color for shading. This is a fun thing to do, but I think there's a better way to do it with better methods. I mean, to be fair, I actually wasn't planning on posting this, I recorded this before I even created this channel, so I wasn't actually planning on posting this in the first place. It was just kind of for fun, but I think if I did this again, there are a lot of things that I would improve on and make changes to. Okay, so for the next video, I don't know, there's so many interesting videos here. It's really fun to see the improvement that my channel has gone through over the past year and a half. And I'm kind of proud of myself for that because, of course, that's all channels. They go through their own phase of improvement, but it's really nice to see. I think we can do this how to paint ornaments using watercolor. First off, I'm looking, that is not how you're supposed to draw branches for a tree. I did this drawing of an ornament a couple months ago, and you can see the difference in the leaves and the branches. That is not how you should be drawing the fern leaves or whatever you're supposed to call them. Oh my god. I think the main problem here is that I wasn't using the correct paper. This is just 8x12 printer paper. It's not like watercolor or color pencil paper, which you're supposed to be using. And I don't know why I'm using water to try to blend out the color pencils. You're not supposed to do that one either. These are not watercolor pencils. Oh my god. You can kind of see the paper is rolling apart because it's not meant to, I think this would have come out a little bit better if I just used a good paper. Oh my god. You can see here the color is not at all saturated because all of it is being absorbed into the paper, and it's looking grayish because there's no color. That is there's no color. I remember doing this and I remember wanting to go for a realistic look, but yeah, this is not the right way to do it. Oh my gosh. I'm also painting outside of the lines here. I know that there are people that can make gold paint look realistic. I still can't do that. I think it just doesn't add. Because if you're using one type of media, gold paint is a metallic form of media, right? And if you're using metallic on top of normal, I personally don't know how to make that look realistic. I know some people do, but if you're using metallic on top of a watercolor or a color pencil that's not metallic, I don't think it's gonna look very realistic. So yeah, this is not the way to go if you're trying to look realistic. I think it's better to just shade until it looks like it's gold. I should have also waited until the watercolor was dry. And I shouldn't have used a pen for the strands. Okay, this is me shading on top of wet watercolor. Don't do that either. That is not gonna go anywhere. As you can see here, the shading is not very good at all. Okay. A lot of critiquing of that video, but again, I think it shows how far I've come from that time, and it's all just a matter of improvement. And I think that shows that you have to just keep practicing and you'll just learn from all the mistakes you make, and it's not a bad thing to make mistakes. And you just have to keep, working on improving yourself and improving your art. Okay, let's do this how to draw Elsa from Frozen. I remember doing this because I saw a drawing of Elsa somewhere and I really liked it and I wanted to try to draw her for myself, and I made this video for that. A lot of people asked me why I don't show my sketching process in my videos, and the reason I don't is because a sketching process is really trial and error. It's very difficult to show a whole sketching process. So using watercolors as a base is definitely a good option. I suggest markers just because they are easier to use and you don't have to mix the colors and things like that. And also they dry a little bit faster. So I definitely suggest markers instead of watercolor, but you can use watercolor too. You can even use acrylic paint as a base. I think this video has a filter on it, like a color filter, because I have this drawing still, and those are not how the colors look in real life. I just wish I didn't put a filter on it because the colors are looking a little bit duller than they do in real life. So again, I was using printer paper, not a good option for colored pencils. I would suggest maybe using a thicker paper or a smoother paper that's a little bit more thick than printer paper is, and it will give you a more blended look for your color pencils. This method is very interesting. Again, with the printer paper, it's like soaking through the paper and you can tell. I remember this drawing taking me so long to do. I think this took 2 hours, and I don't know why. I think it's because I was trying to layer again on top of wet watercolor and it just wasn't working. So, lesson learned, don't layer on top of wet watercolor. Okay. It looks fine, but there's obviously a lot of things that I could have fixed and a lot of things that I could have done to make this drawing a little bit better. The hair especially is very interesting. I actually don't draw people as much now because I just don't like drawing the proportions of people, and I'm just not very good at that. But I still think that the hair could have been fixed. And it could have been a little bit more lifelike and realistic. The hair just kind of looks like a bunch of squiggles. But again, that's the process and that's how you learn. So I actually don't think this drawing is too bad for me doing it 1 year ago. But yeah, so this is gonna be the last video that I react to today. Let me know if you want to see a part 2 of this video. I think this just goes to show how much you can improve over time if you really put your heart and soul into it. And it's okay to think that your drawings are not looking as good now, but don't worry, they'll get better. And it's okay to mess up, and you will just learn as you go. So it's not a big deal to make mistakes and make little errors in your drawings, and you will get there eventually. So just keep trying and if you have the passion for art, you will get there eventually is what I'm trying to say. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to keep following your passion and keep following your love for art, and it will definitely get you to where you want to be eventually. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a different video, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!